Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Jerks. Today we're making a very simple dish. It can take you anywhere from 20 to 35 minutes depending on how nice you want to make it. We're making shrimp scampi today. Let's get it. Here are all the ingredients you're going to need. Got parsley. That's a definite must. Of course, you gotta have the pasta. The marjoram and tarragon, they're optional, unless you want to add a little bit more herby flavor to it. The chili pepper. Let it cook down. My pot's a little small for the pasta, but as it heats up, it starts being more pliable. So then I just start twisting it into the pot, like so. After it's done, it should look like this. Everything's in the pot. And now you just let it cook until it's done. So each type of pasta has a certain amount of time in which it's done. For me, the way I test to see if it's done is I take a piece, I eat it, see if it's where I want it to be. For pasta in general, finish cooking the pasta in your sauce. So we're gonna finish cooking this in the scampi sauce we're about to make, which we're about to start doing now. But yeah, so this right here still has a few more minutes, so we're gonna start making our scampi sauce. For the scampi sauce, you're gonna bring the stove up to about medium heat, and you're gonna add some olive oil to it. And you're gonna let it come up to heat. Once the oil is heated up, you're gonna start adding your shrimp. As soon as you put them down, pick them up in the same order you put them down. And then once that's done, you're gonna take them off the heat. That's not to overcook them. The pasta has reached a doneness of your liking. Remember, you're going to cook it a little bit more, so it's going to get a little bit more softer. So you want to cook it right just before where you want it. When that's done, you're going to kill the heat and you're going to drain it. If you can, save a little bit of that pasta water in there as well. In that same oil, you're going to add your shallots and garlic. And we're going to add some red chili flakes. And we're going to add a little bit more olive oil. Some more olive oil. After you fried it for about a minute or so, you're gonna add that shrimp stock wine we made. And we're gonna deglaze the sauce. So what deglazing means is you scrape off all that stuff that formed on the bottom. It's not burnt. It's just like I think some people call it fond. It's flavor. shrimp scampi is done. Oh, it smells amazing, guys. Woo. I'm hungry. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Shrimp scampi. Time for the taste test. I get a little bit of I get a bite of shrimps in there, you know what I'm saying? Bon appetit. Beautiful. Ooh, that's great. Ready? Sit. Good girl. Okay. Alright. Well, anyhow, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.